Well.
Hey toy fans, Aaron here. Today taking a look at the Aqua Droid that was released on the Shadows of the Dark Side line for the Clone Wars back in 2011. You can see this figure in action in Season 3, Episode 2. Looking at it on the packaging, nice artwork of that Aqua Droid on the upper right side. Through the blister, of course, you see the figure with, it's only included, I guess you'd call it an accessory, but it's already attached to his arm. And of course you see the rest of the accessories being that galactic battle game. Backside, top left corner, you're going to see the name once again, along with CW46 for its number in the lineup. The rest of the upper half is giving you information about this figure, showing the photo of him from the cartoon. Below that, a brief write-up about the Aqua Droids and what's going on in that particular episode. To the right of that, you see the figure that you're getting with the notation that includes a removable blaster. Farther down, you got 4 other figures that were available in the line at the time, and then your notation that each figure gets a unique card for this galactic battle game. Taking a look at it out of the packaging, and really great looking figure. Absolutely representative of how it looked in the cartoon. Overall coloring of the figure looks great. Nice gray color with some very light blue lines just kind of trimming out the figure, so to speak, running along the top of the shoulders, through the middle of the chest, down through the sides of the arms. Nice painting there for those lines. Couple touches on the back side, and then you see more lines running down the sides of the legs and to the feet. Going in for a little bit closer look at the head. What you're seeing here is the figure with the head retracted, but a little pull up, kind of wedge your fingernail in the backside, lift up, and that will, of course, reveal the rest of the figure the way it should look. Not a ton of detailing really to speak of. Some various panel lines sculpted in. Otherwise, you do get a very nice drop of red in there for the eye. Center chest of the figure shows off a very nice, I guess you could say, skeleton for it. And aside from the bits of panel detailing that you're getting here and there on the gray parts of the figure, you do get somewhat of a mechanical look for that dark gray plastic that, we'll call it the joints, for going in from the upper shoulder down to the arm itself. You have some thin lines sculpted in on the little spine of the figure, and then same for where the legs connect. His right arm is where you're going to find that removable blaster. Pretty simple sculpting here, really not much to speak of, but still, like I said, overall figure is still very representative of how it looked in the show. If you want to remove that, simply just, pick up your figure and pull it out. It's just held into place by these 2 little tabs, and, just slide it right back into place when you're ready. Down at the feet, you have another little bit of playability here, and that's at the bottom. You can just, give these a little squeeze together like so. That is, as I recall, how the Aqua Droid was swimming, just kind of, swishing these 2 together or whatever to give them some propellant. Unfortunately, I gotta say, it does make the figure a little bit difficult to keep standing or to stand in the position you want them. The joints are very loose on it. You can certainly achieve it. As you can see, I've got him standing here. Once you get it, he does kind of hold his own, but it's a little tough. As far as articulation, you're going to be able to swivel the head all the way around, and then it's got some movement forward and back. Kind of wiggling it down there, I suppose, but there's your movement forward and back. As for the shoulders, you can kind of rotate it around this piece here and swing it back, and then you're going to be able to lift them up like so. And then, of course, you've got your rotation in there. And it's quite hard to show. The joints are a little tight, but your rotation can happen at 2 points. And that's here right at the top of the shoulder, and then here at the base of the shoulder, I guess I'll call it. And then within that point, you've also got your hinge movement in there also. At the elbow, both arms swivel there, and then also they're going to bend pretty high up, and even swivel around the other way if you want. No wrist articulation. At the waist, which is kind of right here, just under this larger chest piece, he's going to swivel all the way around. And then for the legs at the hip, you've got your rotation in there. So, you can really bring those legs all the way up if you want, spin them all the way back. And then within that point right here, you can also hinge the legs kind of in and out. At the knee, you can swing your leg all the way back and, of course, bring it all the way forward. And then for the feet, you got that movement here that I mentioned. And within that ankle, you can swivel the feet side to side just a little bit within the little prongs coming out from the bottom of the leg. As far as accessories, well, I already mentioned the blaster, and that's kind of attached to the figure. They call it removable, so not going to hammer that one again. But otherwise, you do get the Galactic Battle card game, which consists of this dice and the card with rankings for points of whatever you roll on the dice. Backside of the card's got your instructions on how to play the game, and then of course the figure does come with a figure stand, which all the figures did in this line. I've talked about this a few times now. Pretty simple gray piece of plastic, 2-foot pegs on it with the Star Wars logo sculpted on there, and you got the little slot that you can slide your battle card into for playing that game. So overall, this is really a great looking figure, and this is a good army building figure also. If, you wanted to have a whole army of these droids, this is one you could certainly do that with. The way the action figure was made is just very representative of how it looked in the cartoon, and that's always a great thing when you get something that kind of pretty much looks like it just jumped right off the screen and onto your shelf. I wish the joints at the feet were a little bit tighter to help support the weight, but like I said, since you can still achieve a standing pose with it, it's pretty livable. So that wraps this one up. Definitely let me know what your thoughts are on this figure in the comment section below, and as always, thanks for watching.